Hey everyone, welcome back to Kpop FTW, and if you're new here, welcome. Today, I thought I'd make a video on some of my favorite K-pop group concepts. Just to be clear, when I say group concept, I am generally referring to the group's overarching theme, something that appears consistently throughout their music or group structure. I'm sure I don't need a disclaimer, but I'm gonna provide one anyway. This is my personal list. You are free to share your list in the comments. And because I wanted to keep this video somewhat short, I'm low-key considering this part 1. If you do happen to like this video enough, I'll definitely consider making a part 2 in the future. That said, please like and subscribe so you don't miss an update when we do make a new video. Now, let's jump right in. In no particular order, our list begins with EXO. I like EXO's concept a lot. This is in stark contrast to what I thought of their concept originally. Let's break it down a bit. They're aliens from exoplanet, each possesses a superpower, like water, healing, light, fire, teleportation. The destructive and evil enemy known as the Red Force has been pursuing EXO since day one. EXO wants to restore harmony and take down this evil force before it causes more destruction, like, say, ending life on this planet as we know it. At first it seemed a little childish, but the more I got into EXO, the more I got into their concept. I love a good storyline, and the fact that EXO has been consistent in carrying out their theme throughout the entirety of their albums demonstrates how dedicated they are, and SM is, to this project. Considering for the past 8 years, everything in their discography has been well connected, well organized. Every new release, even Lay's music in China, are not just standalone projects. Rather, they exist together as one single storyline. Tell me that is not pure genius. And I am admittedly a sucker for superpowers, for evil doppelgangers, for clones. Shonen anime phase, I blame you. Seriously though, EXO's storyline is comic book worthy. I just wish they'd finish it though. Moving on, another one of my favorite concepts in K-pop has to be Red Velvet's. Their concept revolves around their name. Their red side is sweet and bubbly and innocent pop music, while their velvet side is more soft, sultry R&B. But despite how playful and cute it is, there's something unmistakably disturbing about the red side. And although soft and sultry and even romantic, there's something mysterious and even dangerous about their velvet side. I love that SM did not choose to box them into a typical girl group concept. They are the perfect blend of everything I enjoy in girl groups. And their album, The Perfect Red Velvet, is just that. Please check it out if you haven't. Although they're no longer active, I actually really enjoyed Orange Caramel's concept. It was cute, sure, but it was also really quirky. Down to the choreo was so playful and even kind of campy, and it really helped to showcase their natural charm. The cool thing about Orange Caramel was that they never gave off the vibe that they were trying too hard. Rather, they always looked like they were having fun. And they even inspired some male idols to recreate their iconic dances. I miss them. And before you ask, I liked After School, but I couldn't really get into them because of their graduation system. I got into them pretty late, so by the time I chose a couple of biases, they immediately left. So I just don't like the idea of my favorite members in groups just leaving one after the next. At least the graduation system in NCT allows the members to remain active. They just graduate into a different group. Speaking of NCT, they're next on my list. Now, I wasn't originally a fan of this group just because of their concept, but over time I've come to quite enjoy NCT's concept. NCT stands for Neoculture Technology, and the idea around them is that they're a group of infinite members who are constantly shifting into different subunits in different cities around the world. Now, is the group too big for me to keep track of? Yes. Do I need more members in NCT? No, Not really, not deep down. I'd be happy if they just stay how they are right now. But what I love about NCT is the different flavors, personalities, skills, and energy that each group brings to the table. NCTU's Seventh Sense was a total vibe. I kind of turned off of them after that though because it looked like they had disbanded NCTU in favor of producing new NCT group concepts, and I didn't really enjoy the music too much. But when I gave them a chance, I was sold after hearing all of NCT 127's Ho anthems. Just being honest. Shout out to Wavy and NCT Dream for all the bops they've been making recently too. Anyway, I love that there are no hard and fast rules to this group. Members can create duet songs like Baby Don't Stop, they can have solos, and any member can technically appear in NCTU comebacks, which gives NCT as a whole an amazing advantage in K-pop because this unpredictability allows for fun, dynamic, and creative projects. While a group of over 20 members is realistically too hard for the average K-pop band to keep up with, I understand why SM decided to undertake such a project. I don't believe SM ever really intended or expected people to follow every subgroup, but rather the one they related to most. For example, Wavy may naturally appeal more to Chinese speakers, while NCT 127 may appeal more to a Western audience due to their familiar styles, the things they sing about, and of course, their English-speaking members. Another bonus to NCT's concept is that when the members of NCT begin to leave for the military eventually, the remaining members can keep the momentum of their growing popularity through various group comebacks, like participating in NCTU, and things are not going to feel too off, which can often happen to a traditionally structured K-pop boy group when members are away in the military. I gotta quickly shout out 17 for similar reasons. I love that together they're 13 members and they work so well together, but I also love that they break down into 3 separate groups, all which focus on the art each member excels in, whether that's the hip-hop unit, performance unit, or the vocal unit. It allows them to express their individual thoughts and feelings better in their music because less people in each group means more input from each member, which makes the songs even more individualized and special. These units actually help me to learn the 17 members' names a lot quicker, and although I love 17 as a group, some of my favorite 17 tracks of all time are from the units, and they're what I really look forward to when they produce a new album. Next on the list is, of course, BTS. At this point, BTS's concept, BTS Universe or Bangtan Universe, has become iconic. It was made apparent to fans during their I Need You era in 2015 and featured 7 boys in an alternate reality. The world is described like this: 7 boys, best friends, their fates intertwined through the good times together, but also the tough times, as they have gone their separate ways and suffered greatly as a result. When all is almost lost for these boys, one is given a special chance to go back in time and help his friends fix the mistakes that led them down this path. He'll do anything to save them, but can he, or is he too late? So dramatic, I know, but it really works. I love how almost each album and even MVs tie together to further flesh out the characters and their world. For example, the Wings album and the solo MVs that tie into that album help to marry the book Damien with the characters in the BTS universe. This in turn helps us to understand the boys, what and who they symbolize, and why, and this further drives the plot forward. Their universe is well written, well thought out. It's truly art. Admittedly, it is confusing at times, but it's still a concept that is very, very, very easy to get pulled into. Just be careful not to waste the rest of your days trying to figure it all out. BTS literally had to come out with a whole catchy song called Pied Piper as a polite way of telling fans to stop obsessing over their content so much and get a life. It's impossible to wrap up a video speaking about unique concepts in K-pop without mentioning VIX. Although a few of their comebacks are related, like the Conception trilogy, their concept does not refer to one main storyline that spans across years like EXO or BTS. Rather, they are visual storytellers, cloaking themselves in characters each comeback with masterful precision, and then shedding that character after the promos are over, only to take on a new storyline and a new character. From werewolves to Jacqueline Hyde to voodoo dolls and cyborgs to mythical Greek gods to the mystical Shangri-La to scientists who are presumably murderers with a lust for concocting the perfect scent. They are truly shapeshifters of the K-pop world, properly deemed the concept kings for good reason. I sometimes fear that they'll run out of concepts, but that hasn't really been the case in 8 years, so I'd say we're good. Special shout out to GOT7's Flight Log series. Although it wasn't entirely an overarching storyline, I did have to include it. GOT7 are funny as hell, but their music and performances are no joke. Flight Logs was one of the fastest, highest emotional roller coasters I've ever rode. There is an amazing breakdown video floating somewhere around YouTube that connects and explains several of these MVs. It's mind-blowing. I'm mentioning this group as a bonus because this is one group concept that I actually really want to get into right now, and that has to be TXT. After seeing their MV for Can't You See Me, I've heard some interesting things about their world, about a cat-like being, about possession, and maybe even homicide. The MV gave me real Red Velvet vibes. Innocent and cute, and then the energy just changes and the scenes just switch up and things become quite grim, hauntingly so. If you can't tell, this entire genre of deceptively innocent is a guilty pleasure for me, and it probably explains why I enjoy certain types of anime as well. And hey, if you guys want us to discuss anime on this channel, I would totally be down for that, so let us know in the comments. But also, if you know anything about TXT's storyline and you want to share it with me in the comments, please do it. I am down to read it. That being said, that's it for this video. Like I said before, consider it a part 1. We can probably do a part 2 if you guys are interested in this. Make sure to let me know in the comments what your favorite K-pop concepts are. And till next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye.